This is the year of St. Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus. In celebrating the life and legacy of St. Ignatius, the Jesuits celebrate their small stories too. The Jesuit small story is unfolding. It is about a farm located somewhere in a land-linked country called Zambia. The project of our documentary is called the Charis Gardening Project. In a world where one cannot hurry the crop or make an ox in 2 days, Kasisi Agricultural Training Center is patiently forging a new pathway. Amidst all the simple things of rural life, the Jesuits of Kasisi Farm opened up their huge farmland to the rural folk. Goal number 2 of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, is a blueprint of the United Nations to have a better and more sustainable future for all by the year 2030. It speaks to the need to eradicate hunger and poverty, especially in developing countries like Zambia. To realize this, the United Nations emphasizes on leaving no one behind. It adopts an inclusive participatory approach to development. A project of this nature is aimed at enhancing the participation of communities in the implementation of the SDGs Global Development Strategy, informed by the long history of the Jesuit tradition in community development and transformation.
The goal of this project is multiple. So we have a whole vision behind, which is rooted in Laudato Si, which is the encyclica of Pope Francis about the care for our common home, means our environment. The lack of care for the environment, the lack of care for our brothers and sisters in need is actually all linked together. And we are at the moment as humanity in a spiritual crisis. And then the second aspect is basically a social economical aspect. So we wanted to improve the livelihoods of the person living here in the villages. And by giving them 1,500 square meters each, they have actually the possibility to make a decent living out of the sales of vegetables. The third aspect is actually around community building. So alone we are very weak, but the moment when 100 farmers are coming together, the moment when KTC is on board, the moment when we have also other partners joining, we are strong and we can do something.
To plant a garden is to hope and believe. Hope that you will be there to see it through, and believe that it is going to happen. Founded in 1974 by Brother Paul de Maris, SJ, Kasisi Agricultural Training Center, KATC, continues to play a pivotal role in the rural transformation and development agenda of Zambia. Zambia is a Southern Africa land-linked country. It borders the Democratic Republic of Congo to the north, Tanzania to the northeast, Malawi to the east, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia to the south, and Angola to the west. Traditionally and culturally diverse, Zambia's population is estimated at 18.9 million. 60% of its population are domiciled in rural areas. In the recent years, Zambia has experienced a boom in infrastructure development and urbanization, particularly in Lusaka, its capital city, and the Copper Belt, the hub of copper mining. Laying just about 25 kilometers from Lusaka, Kasisi is surrounded by villages whose livelihoods have been on the downturn. Therefore, linking the urban and the rural communities in goods and wealth transfer is at the heart of KATC. This is the Agricultural Training Center's Rural Transformation and Development Agenda.
Lusaka as a city is growing very much. But on the other hand, the farmers which are living here in the villages, they are somehow cut off the development of the town. And our idea was, let us try to do something to improve the livelihood of the small-scale farmers and at the same time to deliver healthy products to the Lusaka market, where is a big need on vegetables. By this, the idea for this project was born, where we have here irrigation, we have here the land, and the farmers bring in their capacity, and we are going to market the vegetables in town.
Growing poverty, high inflation rate, high levels of vulnerability. The Zambian rural communities are hard hit. Unemployment is on the rise. The outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic at the end of 2020 has made the situation worse. Many families struggle to meet basic needs such as food, shelter, and health, among other needs. The effects of climate change, including irregular rainfall patterns, are further complicating an already desperate situation. The majority of Kasisi villagers have been pushed to the informal market, where they lead a hand-to-mouth life. Doing nothing has never been a Jesuit response. Inspired by the UN blueprint of Sustainable Development Goal No. 2, that speaks to the need to eradicate hunger and poverty by the year 2030, KATC initiated a socio-economic agribusiness project that strives to leave no one behind within its area of influence.
This project started in December last year, 2020. So the whole idea of the project is to empower the local community, the local farmers. But the project is being sponsored by Mr. Gams from Germany. So we selected 100 small-scale farmers from different villages, and the selection was successful. Right now we have the 100 small-scale farmers. These 100 small-scale farmers, they grow vegetables organically, because our land is pure, it's certified by EcoCert, it's an organic land. So whatever we produce here is purely organic products. Basically, these 100 small-scale farmers, they are divided into 4 groups, meaning each group has got 25 farmers. What we do for the farmers, we buy them seed, we give them manure. We also make some natural remedies which we use for spraying, because at times our vegetables are being attacked by pests and diseases.
The Charis Gardening Project is built on the participation and ownership by the marginalized rural communities. The Jesuits of Kasisi, on their part, connect these marginalized rural communities with the market. The goal is wealth transfer from the urban center to the rural. In this way, the Jesuits of Kasisi create a link that was missing over the years.
Nachikochura ndiyo, then nipeleke kushedi kuja. Nikapeleka kushedi, kuti ziende kuchani huku kutauni kuti bakagulise, ndiye zunizo organic.
I order vegetables from here at Kasisi Agriculture Training Center. The vegetables are very nice. As you can see, in my car, I've packed a lot of vegetables. And these vegetables are benefiting me and with my customers. The vegetables are very nice because the good thing about it, they use organic. They don't use any chemicals. And they're very tasty. My customers are very happy, and I'm also happy.
Lives are being transformed. Self-help projects are now possible. Better houses are being built. New project initiatives such as poultry are now possible. Clean water is made available. This village transformation is made possible by the proceeds from the Kasisi vegetable garden. Orphans are looked after and school fees paid for. Our motto is leaving no one behind. Hunger and poverty must be eliminated. No one should die of hunger due to poverty.
Tinajoina kuno ku project ya Charis chifukwa cha maproblem amene tipeza ku manyumba. Project ya Charis yatitandiza munjira zambiri kupereka bana ku maskulu monga ine na kapotri ku nyumba nyinamanga chifukwa cha project amene ino. Kuno na kweve tikali kupeza tikatiola ma vegetables ayali kumanja tikagulisa ndrama zija tigulako na unga pa nyumba au mwandini nitokoza paineneka nitokoza maningi project amene banatiletera ba Charis.
Pamene tisebenza muno tizitandizira mukuzitandizira ndimo ntichosa ndrama zoenda mukuzitandizira ku manyumba. So tilipirako bana wa skulu titengako na ndiyo tenda mkudya ku nyumba. So apatizwa kuti project apene ikapitiza tifuna osegulako na tumashop kuti tizipezeramo kuzitandizira ku manyumba ndrama. So titenga ukang'ono kulingana kuti project yathu itiendera munshe. Tizwa kuti tikapitiliza kusogolo tizachita vintu va bwino vakuti viza titandizira ku manyumba mavuto azasira maintenance nawo.
So ine ni malima ma vegetable aya amene mwaona. Timalima ma vegetable amene aya ni amene yatitandizira kupereka bana ku skulu ndiponso tina bana bamasiye bamene tisunga tibadyesa mu ma vegetable amene aya. Ndiponso tikagulisa timapeza ndrama yotandizira pa manyumba athu. So timapeza ubwino wakuti tipunzisa bana tikwanisa na tisebenza mokwanisa bwino.
What should be coming to you to say no, they are rejecting our vegetables, but please try to stand for us as well to say no, this is the system which is in place now. Yeah. After it, even if your vegetables they have good quality, won't be getting them, so that at least it stays in their minds.
Despite all the strides Kasisi Garden Project has made, there remains hurdles to be overcome. The biggest of the hurdles is that of transforming the village subsistence mindset into an entrepreneurial mindset. Subsistence mindset thinks mainly of now and here. This is the mind that was formed over the years, partly by the missionaries' approach to community development. This was a development for them by us, not by them for themselves. Tackling this hurdle, the project has initiated a number of workshops to train entrepreneurs by allowing peer education by those who are doing well in the project.
So we are trying actually to organize it in such a way that the farmers own the project, so that their collaboration is the backbone of the project. Now the challenges, I would say, there are different types of perspectives or worldviews. You know, the farmers, they have another view on the things, like, for example, who is looking more that the project has to be economically viable. So the farmers, they are seeing first, well, this is our plot, and from there we can get some vegetables, and from there we can get a little revenue. So this might be for some of the farmers actually enough. But this will, from the other perspective, to make it economically viable, not be enough, because we have to pay the irrigation, we have to pay the electricity bill, we have to pay the cars who are going into town to sell the vegetables, we have to pay the staff. So these are all costs which are coming on top. And sometimes the farmers, they don't see all these things. Yeah, what I find most attractive in this project is basically the possibility to make a change. To change somehow the livelihood of the people here in the villages, to change somehow the perception, what is coming to our table, that we do not only look for cheap food, but that we look for healthy food, for food which is tasting good. So, and then the other thing is also to make a little contribution in protecting our environment. And what is especially, it's the combination of these aspects which makes this project somehow unique and thrilling for me. Because we can do really something to make a change, and we do it together.
He who does not dream never tries anything. He who does not fail learns nothing in life. He who never tries lives a death-like life. The Jesuits of Kasisi and the community around them continue to dream and dream big. They realize every journey begins with a single step. This is the Jesuits' single step as they respond to their universal apostolic preference to show the way to God through the spiritual exercises and discernment, to walk with the poor, the outcasts of the world, those whose dignity has been violated in a mission of reconciliation and justice, to accompany the young in the creation of a hope-filled future, to collaborate in the care of our common home. Rural transformation and development is the Kasisi Jesuits' way of living these universal apostolic preferences, as well as celebrating 500 years of St. Ignatius' legacy. We can do this together because our driving motto is leaving no one behind.